Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first update to my makeup collection Roulette project, and this is a collab with my friend Sarah, so I will have her listed in the description box as well as her video, and I will also have my intro in the description box if you have not seen that. I posted that 2 weeks ago, but basically this project is a way for me to rotate through my collection, and the way I do it is that I pick 5 products randomly from my collection, and then I use them at least once over 2 weeks, and then I come back and give you my thoughts on them, and then I pick 5 new products. So this time is going to be like my first update where I talk about some products, and yeah, let's just get into it. So the first product I randomized last time was this Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade I Heart This. Here is what that one looks like. So this is definitely like a drier consistency than when I got this, but it still works. I use it over like just a tacky primer or like a glitter glue or something like that. And I just put this on top and it works really nicely. I use this in one look. Where I put it like all over the inner half of my eyelid, and I really liked how that came out. When I pulled this, I said I was going to swatch it next to the shade Trance from the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette. This one right here, which I had in my whole collection project 10 pan before. If you haven't seen that, I will have that listed in the description box as well. But yeah, I swatched these next to each other, and as you can see, the Tarte one is darker. They still have like the same tone and the same feel, but the Tarte one is definitely darker than the Colourpop one. So I will be keeping this in my collection for now. I used this actually today. This is the second eye look I've done today, but I did use this in my first eye look actually this morning, and that was like the only time I used it during the past 2 weeks, but because it's not a shade that I reached for a ton. But as I said, I will be keeping this in my collection, and I enjoyed using it, and I really enjoyed the Colourpop Super Shock formula, even though I don't reach for them as much as I probably should, just because I am always reaching for palettes. But yeah, moving on. The next product I pulled was this Makeup Geek foil eyeshadow in the shade Pegasus, and what I said in my intro when I pulled this one was that this was sort of on a like decluttering block, or like I wanted to decide whether I should declutter this or not, because I have had problems with this one creasing, and I don't remember having that from the start, so I think this might have gone bad. And I was going to use it over the past 2 weeks and see if I wanted to keep it or not. And I did one look with this and it creased so badly. I will insert a picture, and please excuse my makeup. Yeah, as you can see, the creasing is really bad, and yeah, I don't have a problem with creasing normally. So yeah, this is going to be leaving my collection, unfortunately. And I swatched some other shades in my collection that are kind of similar, but none of them were like an exact dupe, which is unfortunate. But I don't think I will be picking this up like anytime soon, this color, just because, yeah, I don't reach for it enough to justify buying like a new one. But yeah, the shades that I swatched next to it, first I swatched the turquoise shade from the UVS Place palette, the shade Sola. And as you can see, the Sola shade is much more like true turquoise. And then I also swatched a shade from the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Flaming Love palette. And I'm not sure what it's called, so I'm just not gonna say it, but it's from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics. And then the third shade is the fourth shade is the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette, and then I swatched the turquoise from that one. And as you can see, those 3 that I just mentioned, like the UVS Place one, the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics one, and the Huda Beauty one, they are very similar, but they are a bit darker than the Makeup Geek shade. Then I also swatched Mint Mint Frost from the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, which as you can see it's a lot lighter. And then I also swatched the shade Breezy from the Be Perfect Carnival palette, and that one is sort of the closest I would say, but it's still like darker and yeah, not completely right. I still feel like I have good alternatives in my collection, so as I said, I'm gonna declutter this and I'm not gonna pick up like a new one of that one anytime soon. Next product I pulled was this MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NC15, and this is like one of those pot concealers. It has a very like thick consistency and it covers really like amazingly. It covers up everything I put it on top of basically. So I usually use this for breakout when I want to really like cover them up, but I haven't had any like that I felt like I had to use this type of like heavy duty concealer on top of for the last 2 weeks. But I did use it once or like I did use it today underneath my eyes, and it works. I could definitely use it. I had never tried that before, so I'm happy I did that in this product. It definitely worked. It definitely covered my under eye circles really well, but it's not something I will like be reaching for an under eye concealer. It might be something that I would reach for when my circles are really bad, or if I apply like another concealer, like more of a liquidy concealer, and that does not cover as much as I want to. Maybe I can go in with this one and just like cover it up. But yeah, I will definitely be keeping this one in my collection. The third product I pulled was from Nabla, and this is their single shadows, and I pulled this shade right here, which is called Absinthe. And as you can see, this is sort of like a duochrome, so it shifts from like a reddish brown to sort of like a blue green when I do like this. And I did do one look with this that turned out really pretty, and in that look I wanted to really like get the blue-ish shade or like the duochrome effect. So I took like a black eyeshadow and applied that all over my lid, and then I put this on top, and that way it looked really, you got a lot of the bluish green tones. So this is not like my favorite of this type of duochrome in my collection. I swatched it next to some other shades in my collection, and just next to it I put the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, the duochrome shade in there, and as you can see that is a lot more like strongly blue-green. And then next to that I put one of the shades from the Natasha Denona Blue Purple palette, and as you can see that one is really similar to the Nabla one. And then I also put my favorite blue-brown sort of eyeshadow, which is Insomnia by Makeup Geek, and that one, as you can see, is also a lot more like shimmery, a lot more metallic or impactful. So yeah, those four were the ones that I, off the top of my head, could remember like the blue-green shift in my collection. But I feel like I have more, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna be keeping this in my collection for now. As I said, it's not my favorite, and I think I would be willing to maybe part with it in the future. But for now, it's just gonna stay in my collection. Then the fifth product that I pulled is this one right here. This is the Lindex lip liner in the shade Redwood, I believe, or what's it called? Chestnut Red, sorry. I don't know where I got that from. But this is called Chestnut Red, and it's just like a retractable lip liner like this. And I used it several times during the 2 weeks, and I really like the formula of this one. It like glides on really smoothly, and it's very easy to use. So I definitely like the formula of these lip liners from Lindex, and if you are from Sweden or you are in Sweden, and if you haven't tried them, I really suggest you pick them up, because I have 2 shades and I like them both a lot. Like the formula of them, I think they are like perfect. I never use lip liner usually, but I think I will have to start, because when using this underneath my other lip products, they last so much longer. Like I wore this yesterday with a more creamy lipstick on top, and it just wore like all day. Like I think I wore it at least 8 hours, I think, and it looked good all the time. So yeah, definitely recommend these if you haven't tried them, and I will definitely be keeping this one in my collection. Okay, so I'm just gonna randomize 5 numbers, and then I'm just gonna tell you, and then we are going to go through my spreadsheet and then see what products those are and my reaction to using them for the next 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna show them to you. Okay, so I have 679 products in my spreadsheet, and the first number I pulled was 557. So let's see what that is. 557, that is a lime crime lipstick in the shade Coquette. Then I pulled the number 501, and that is my Makeup Geek and MannyMUA palette. So that's funny since I just mentioned that Insomnia is in that palette. So I'm actually really excited to be using that. I haven't used it nearly as much as I should. But yeah, excited to be using that. Okay, and then I also pulled 610, and that is a lip gloss from H&M. So I'm not completely sure. I still have this in my collection, but I will mark it down and then I will try and find it. Then I also got 483. Oh, this is so weird because now I got the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, and I also just mentioned this one in this video, but I'm really excited to be using that one as well, just because yeah, it's one of those palettes that I really like in my collection, but I don't reach for enough. So as I said, I'm excited about that. And then the last number I got is 572, and that is, I think I decluttered that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Max Factor Pink Brandy lipstick, but I'm pretty sure I decluttered that, so I'm actually going to just remove that row, and then 572, we will just go with that. That is the Tarte lipstick in the shade Beach Babe. Okay, so I have pulled out all the products and I am here to talk about them. So first up we have the Lime Crime lipstick in the shade Coquette, and this is just like a peachy nude. And I think I will enjoy using this. I will probably use it on top of a lip liner, just because it's a very nude shade. But as I said, I am really excited to use this. Let's just go for the lip products. The next lip product I got was this Tarte lipstick in the shade Beach Babe, and this is also like a nude, but it's much more of like a brownie neutral nude compared to the Lime Crime one. And I have talked about this not that long ago here on my channel because I had it in my lipstick roulette, and I did really enjoy it as like an everyday color, so I'm excited to use that one as well. And then I have the H&M lip gloss in the shade Billet Doux, tror jag. That's Swedish, I think. The shade Billet Doux, I think. And yeah, it's just like a very shimmery pink lip gloss with blue sparkles in it, but you can't really see the sparkles. Maybe I will try and use it on top of a like darker lip to see if you can see sort of the blue. But yeah, I have had this in, like I've had all of these in my lipstick roulette series, so I know that I enjoy them. Then, as I said, I got the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. So here is what that one looks like if you haven't seen it, and this is what we have on the inside. So I'm of course super excited to use this shade called Filter, and the thing with this palette is that I find myself always like doing the same look, like first putting this in the crease, then putting the orange in the crease, then doing this sort of brown shade on my outer corner, and then I might put this fly on the lid, or like, yeah, I tend to do a very like similar look, but I'm excited to like try and maybe play with these three a bit more. And yeah, as I said, I'm excited to use this. And then the last product I got was this Makeup Geek and MannyMUA palette. I actually got this not that long ago because I bought it like secondhand, or like I bought it off of someone and not from like Makeup Geek. So I haven't used this yeah, as much as I probably should have, but I'm really excited. I do love this shade right here. It's my favorite, like blue brown shade, and they make this as a single, like pressed now, so you can actually get that. So if you've been wanting one of those blue brown eyeshadows, then I think this one is really nice. But yeah, this is a very nice like neutral palette, so I'm excited to be playing around with this one. But yeah, that was it for this video. Don't forget to check out Sarah. I will, as I said, have her listed in the description box. I know you will love her videos as much as I do if you like my videos, I guess. But yeah, give this a thumbs up if you are excited about this series. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!